What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another unboxing video. That's right, as promised. My mailman brought a little package, and I bet you can never guess what's inside. For those of you who have actually watched my videos, not many of you, but there are a few, I did a recent video on the Hoth Stormtrooper, and lo and behold, one got listed that I did not even know about, so we'll have to take a look at it and compare them to what's on the table in front of you. So stay right there. I'll get this thing unboxed. And I'm back. This one is the one that I unboxed. And so I think the Action Figure Grader needs to go back to Star Wars collecting school because this is not a figure that I knew about. If you remember from my previous video, and for those of you who have not watched it, I'll put a link in the description below and probably embed it towards the end of this video. But, you know, in my video, I kind of talk about some of the different Hoth Snowtrooper variants. And one of the ones that I discussed was called the hard torso variant. The hard torso variant uses a harder type of plastic than the traditional China or Hong Kong variants. We got the China and then the two Hong Kongs right here. It's just a different type of plastic, and it's harder and kind of less kind of pliable or soft. And I only thought that the hard torso variants were for the YPS Stormtrooper, which we talked about in the video. It came with a Action Force kind of G.I. Joe gun. It was available in a German comic. Here it is, YPS, no COO. That's a hard torso variant. And then I thought it was either that one or it was this one, the no COO or SCAR PvP variant. So those are the two that I thought came with the hard torso. But I was wrong. There is a Hong Kong made, or a Hong Kong COO variant. So this is the one that I picked up. This is the 1980 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure Hong Kong Hoth Stormtrooper hard torso. Got an 85. So this is the one I picked up. I did not realize that there is a Hong Kong hard torso. I mean, I knew that some of the parts for the hard torso PvP figures came from Hong Kong or Kenner or whatever, but I did not realize that the entire figure could be found as being a hard torso from a specific country of origin. So anyway, let's take a look at him in more detail and compare him to, this is the Hong Kong, let's see, this is just the Hong Kong standard Snowtrooper. And as I mentioned, there are several variants, but this will allow you to kind of take a look at it. It looks to me like the eye visor is a little bit narrower. The black portion of the eye visor is narrower. And then the chest pieces obviously are, it looks like the one on the right, the Hong Kong, that's non-hard torso, has a little bit wider button configurations on the chest, a little bit more black that's exposed around the shoulder pads. But, you know, you can see the leg differences. The one on your right has the narrower legs. The hard torso variant has the kind of wider stance, thicker legs. And the plastic is a harder, you know, harder plastic. You can see kind of the harder edges in the chest armor. This one has the more pronounced, and I'm going to pull up my other Hong Kong so you can see, but it's got the more pronounced shoulder edges, like the second of the two. The one on the far right is a Hong Kong with the more pronounced shoulder pieces. The one in the middle is a Hong Kong that's non-hard torso, that's got the softer shoulders. So as you can see, it looks like it's even harder but narrower. The trim work is narrower than the one on the far right. So just slight differences, but nevertheless very cool. It just, you know, allows you to see some of the minor changes. You know, the one in the middle clearly has much less defined shoulder pieces, as well as even the wrist gauntlet area is much less defined than the one on the left, which is the hard torso variant I just got, and the one on the right, which is another Hong Kong soft torso variant. So, again, no one really cares about this stuff except for me or hardcore collectors, but I think it's kind of cool to pick up one more variant for the collection. So that kind of gives you a comparison there of all the different ones. I'm going to move my camera just a little bit closer, and that way I'm just going to do kind of a left to right type thing. so you guys can just take a closer look at some of the different options. Let's see if I can do this without knocking my camera over. But the one on the far left is your YPS Stormtrooper. This one again is the Scar PBP. This is the Hong Kong hard torso that I just got. We got two more Hong Kongs, and then the Chinas on the far right. So every one of these is just slightly different. And, you know, again, this is overkill for most collectors. But for me, I like to have as many variants as I can. And this one popped up. I mean, it was crazy. This one popped up, the one I just got, the hard torso. It came on the market, and they wanted the same price as what a standard, you know, Hoth Hong Kong Stormtrooper goes for. And so it was actually less even than where they have been selling for an 85 graded, just standard Hong Kong, very common, easy to find. But anyway, this one popped up, and it was priced, you know, at or below what the standard ones are coming for. And, you know, to pick up a hard torso Hong Kong variant, which I'd never even knew existed, I couldn't pass it up. So, I mean, it was listed for less than 30 seconds before I bought it. So, clearly, I follow eBay's new listings way too much. But, you know, it's a very, very cool variant, and one that no one really cares about except for yours truly. But that's 6 total variants that I have now for the Hoth Stormtroopers. Anyway, I learned something new, and clearly I got to go back to school and read up on some of these figures, but I did not even know that there was a Hong Kong COO hard torso until now. Anyway, I'll shut up. Talk to you soon. Bye.